What's up, Internet? Cory here, collecting with Cory. It's time to start the day today. We went to our flea market this morning and mostly struck out. We were able to pick up a Sega Genesis game complete in the box. NBA Hang Time. I know on the Super Nintendo I think it has some value. I think on the Genesis it might be worth like 15. Maybe same thing on the Super Nintendo, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked it up. But it was a Genesis game and it was in the box, so I picked it up. A couple things I wanted to talk to you guys about while we're heading to our thrift stores today. I'm not going to hit any garage sales on Friday. None of them looked particularly good. First things first, I just got a message on eBay from a potential buyer that, honestly, I ended up blocking them. I think they had either one or two feedback, and they're asking me like 75 questions in one message. He literally asked me, is there any issues with the gameplay? Are there any issues with the gameplay at all? How soon can you ship this? Is this authentic and original? This is for a Wii game, Dr. Death Jr. Like, that game is not a big deal at all. Like, no one in the history of the world would think to make a copy or a counterfeit of that game on the Wii. That's just not a thing. If this was an N64 game, sure. But it's a Wii game. And it's just like, I don't want to deal with that level of annoyance, to be honest with you. So I just added them to my block buyer list. I've done that a few times in the past, when you can just tell someone's going to be more trouble than they're worth. Like, for the $10 I'm going to charge you for the game, I'm not dealing with 75 questions, stuff like that. Other thing I want to talk to you guys about is today, unless I end up rambling like this, is going to be a shorter video because I actually want to get 2 videos edited today. So the one you view today and tomorrow's video, because I don't have time. Like, I know my schedule for tomorrow on Saturday with garage sales and with a party we're going to, and I just don't have time. I won't have time to get anything edited tomorrow at all. So I'm trying to think ahead, and that's going to require me to pull the plug on this one a little bit earlier than I probably would have normally. So I'm going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, I think like 5 thrift stores today. A couple that we haven't hit in a little while because we've been really hyped up on Newington Savers and Manchester Goodwill, but we're actually going to skip the Goodwill. We're going to go over to Middletown and Rocky Hill and Wallingford, but we're still going to hit the Savers. I mean, that's our Savers. Let's go. I just remembered the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, something that I learned today. At least I'm pretty sure I learned it. I didn't do any research into it other than just like looking at the picture and assuming it to be true. Someone listed up some Famicom games in my area on Facebook, and amongst them was a game from Hudson Soft called Bomber King, with like the most badass cover of all. And I can only imagine that must be what Bomberman in Japan is. He's the Bomber King, and he's supposed to look like this badass, war mech kind of dude, as opposed to like this cute chibi sprite of, the Bomberman we know and love. I just think that's an interesting thing. I'm hoping that's true. I hope it's not just like a completely different game that never came out here. But I like to think of Bomberman as the Bomber King. That's a really cool name. Pretty clean Brooks Arial 18s. 7.5, 2E, just extra wide. Alright, let's take a look at some eBay sales. Today we have 6 items going out. Total of $178.01. Got a lot of recent acquisitions and one really ancient one. This one was this Mario Kart Double Dash we got at the opening of Goodwill Manchester. They had this priced at $25. This thing has been on quite an adventure. Sent it into Amazon to sell on there, because you can get a little bit more for it on Amazon. Amazon's pricing system, for some reason, was having a really big issue with this game, saying that it kept being flagged as a potential high pricing alert, despite the fact that mine was the lowest one on FBA. I tried troubleshooting it. I followed all the steps to fix it, and then 5 seconds later, I'd get another message saying, "Hey, this got flagged for high pricing error." There's nothing I could do, so I just had them send it back to me. Sold it on eBay for $66.88 shipped, which is probably just as good as I would have done on Amazon in the first place, so I probably wasted a whole bunch of time. Yeah. Sounds about right. Next up, another 2-pack of PlayStation 2 memory cards, official, sold for $19.88. Then we sold the Batman's graphic novels, volumes 1 and 2, Court of Owls and City of Owls. These went for $12 shipped, so not much of a profit on those. Going to be about $4 to ship it, maybe $2 invested, maybe made like $3 total. Not great. Wouldn't buy again, but I did kind of buy them without even looking them up, in my defense. That's what happens. That's why you look up shit. Next up, a very ancient item from my collection. This was listed back when we were still inside the house. Sega Classics Sega CD manual only. This sold for $9 shipped. The Sub-Zero that we got, that Manuel hooked us up with. This sold for $27.88. Really cool figure. And the last items, these are the PS4 controllers. The ones that I got at the garage sale for $5 each. These sold for $19 each to the same buyer. So I'm going to be able to combine the shipping on it. They went untested. I don't have a PS4. They seem to be in good shape. Listed them as untested for parts or repair. So, not a bad deal when paid $10 for them. But that's going to do it for eBay sales. Let's just jump right into what we picked up today before I even get these things shipped off. I haven't even looked some of this stuff up yet. Like I mentioned before, we did pick up NBA Hang Time at our flea market. Box, medium condition. Could be worse. Seen a lot worse for these. Definitely not a big fan of the cardboard box Genesis games. Just the way they did it, they always end up really, really flimsy. And some of the better games on the system are like that, like Sonic and Knuckles. That's so annoying. Picked up some handheld electronics at Savers. These were a gamble. I don't know what these are worth. I've had a similar brick game, as these are called. Brick game. We have 8-in-1 and 999-in-1. How they would have that many games on here, I don't know. But I picked them up. There was $3 for the pair of them. Kind of flimsy plastic. I don't remember the other one being a mistake when I bought it. I think I had a gray one. I don't remember what the number is on it. They kind of stack up weird too, which is interesting. Gambled on some Mickey Mouse plushes. Haven't looked at them yet. $3. Try and best describe what we have here. It looks like we have a parachuting Mickey Mouse. He's got like a parachute backpack. Is he supposed to be some kind of space guy? I don't know. Disney Parks Authentic Original. Like I said, still gotta look them up. If it's plush that I could identify and plush that I think might be something someone would want to buy, I try and pick it up. If it's just like random cats, dogs, stuff like that, I usually stay away from it. And then we have another Mickey Mouse one here. His ears are kind of floppy and weird. I think this is his get up from Fantasia. I'm not sure. It's been a long time. Like I said, no idea. This is a Walt Disney World original. I have to look it up. Dream Friends, Disney Dream Friends. It says on his foot, so you guys can probably let me know before I even know. And the last two things, we picked up a Panasonic CD player. This is the SLCT582V model. Goes for about $20 in working condition, so I'll have to test that out. Only paid $3 on it. And the last thing, I don't really show many of the shoe pickups I find because I don't find many anymore, and my eye for shoes has kind of become like really, really picky. Like they need to be in like mint-ish shape. Like they need to be in a good enough shape that if you were to receive them as a gift, you'd be happy with them, in my opinion. Previously in the shoe game, I'd been buying stuff just because it had good comps, even if the condition didn't 100% match up with the comps. So I'm trying to be a little bit more careful with that. I paid $8 for these. These are Brooks Arial 18s, size 7.5 wide, extra wide actually, 2E. I'm only familiar with 2E because that's the size I wear on my shoes, except mine are 13s. Comps are around $50, so that's not too bad. It's been a while since I've listed a shoe, so it'll be nice to get some shoes listed again. And that is probably going to do it for today's episode, because like I said earlier, I'm going to have to edit this one back to back with yesterday's video, which is rendering right now. So, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.